Maggie, do you read me?
Yes, I do. I hope this is important.
I think so. Brink isn't dead anymore.
I love her attitude.
Yeah, I know.
You have a very sick sense of humor.
She's very standoffish.
Goodbye.
No, wait, I'm serious. Deadly serious.
Brink! I can't believe it.
It was a crystal I found in the museum. The display there showed it bringing someone back to life. So I tried it.
A crystal that heals the dead. If we ever get back home, this will change the world. It'll change everything.
I mean, not for good.
Just being alive again,
No.
Maggie.
Like that means like nobody's able to die.
I feel
like,
I never knew what good
The life cycle is fucked.
Now it's all the more important we find a way home.
It's always kind of important to me.
Keep exploring, Boston. I'll get back to work on the language.
You got it, Maggie.
So yeah, looks like Brink is alive again, and he feels just great. He feels really, really good.
That can only be.
Ah,
You're welcome.
Oh God.
Sorry, I just wanted to...
how much were you giggling at yourself for that?
I was actually humming the Evanescence song as I was typing it. That's how happy I was with it. But because, of course, it was the character, I did it in a German accent, just to be equally as amusing to myself. So in any case, seeing that we're back in the supposed tram station, I thought I'd give it a look, give it these crystals another look to see if this is the right door or not. So as with all the other ones, the doors are basically like very subtly colored. So the one that we had initially was actually colored purple, but some of them are a bit more harder to spot.
God, clicking through all of the options is
Kind of a sign of its age.
Yeah. Especially with the graphics as well, it's very easy to, as what happened there, to basically go past one you want.
yeah.
Like especially with considering the hexagon and the dodecahedron look very similar graphically, especially in certain colors.
Hey.
Man, another door open.
Was that first attempt, or is this a clever little cut?
No, first attempt on these. In fairness, I with the score the way it is, I can't exactly get away with doing cuts anymore. You'll notice if I made a cut with the sound changing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no
The
orc.
other trams came as
No.
soon as I called them. Maybe there are some controls somewhere.
So there's no power to this station.
Okay, so it should be safe for you to jump down onto the tracks.
You say that, but I don't think Boston's gonna risk it.
Too
Or
high
at least
jump.
he'll just set, or at least he'll send Brink to his death again. So that's another puzzle we'll come back to later.
Meanwhile,
Exactly. So we still got more doors to worry about, but for now we're going to go back to the door that we couldn't open, because now we have two people to help in that effort.
yes,
Brink's
he
not
kept
follow us now.
emphasizing he needs a hand.
Exactly. This is clearly the only reason why we brought him back from the dead.
It was just help. Hey, I'm sad you're dead now, but I'm glad you're back. You can help me open a door.
It's now that you're back alive, you can put some fucking effort in, Brink.
Look at this
Come
cool
on.
fossil I found.
You're lying on the job for the last few hours. You make me sick, Brink. Fucking sick.
It shows that I completely did not even think of bringing Brink back to life. I was like, yes, let's bring this green glowing crystal to the fossil.
It's like, as I say, that was your one and only priority, was to animals.
Ooh, science.
Burbot's now really hoping that fossil somehow resurrects some sort of elephant dinosaur.
Brink, would you give me a hand with this? Sure.
So there we go.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Here we are now.
Interesting. More green crystals.
An entire stash of it, in fact.
Oh,
There's a ghost friend.
Oh, I saw a skull.
Visit from a ghost yet?
Mm-hmm. But what?
The whole display is centered on this basin. It's full of crystals. Are these the life crystals? Like the one you used to bring me back to life?
They look like it.
That crystal that you used to bring me back to life. Is that a life crystal?
These life crystals are the
Some sort
roots
of
they brought
crystal
us.
of life. Where you can find a catchy term for that.
They have found the secret of life, and they want to share.
Weren't you watching, Brink? I don't care what language you speak. That ghost shaped itself like a skull. It was warning us. These crystals are dangerous.
It was the symbol of death, Lo. These crystals are the antidote for death. That's what it meant.
Hmm.
What if there are side effects? Did you think of that?
The side effect.
You can't think he's a zombie.
Better than I ever felt before.
Mm-hmm.
If you had used a life crystal on yourself, your mind would also be as clear as mine. And you'd see that there is nothing more important than getting these crystals and using them.
Brink, I think you're wrong. I think we need to be careful.
Again, very
These
consistent
aliens
for his
are kind
character.
and good, Commander. They have given us a gift.
Yeah? Well, if this is all so perfect, where are these aliens?
Maybe they've moved on to a higher plane of existence.
Or maybe they're all dead.
See how badly your brain is working. How could they be dead? They invented these.
Who knew that bringing yourself back to life would make you so arrogant?
Commander, I feel sorry for you. Still tied down by an ordinary mind and ordinary fears. But I feel too good to want to argue with you. Believe what you want.
Not only has he been given his life back, but he's been given the confidence of an overly confident white man.
Yes. I see this crystal is full of white privilege. Excellent.
Well, I'm gonna take some for study back on Earth.
Apparently, if he takes like 2 or 3 more of those crystals, he grows a red hat on his head.
Maybe I should take one more life crystal.
So I'm just doing this to basically preempt a couple of future puzzles. So I'm not addicted to crystals, I promise. I'm just basically preempting.
I have many crystals.
Is there
So-
a maximum you can take with you?
I can't remember, but I think, well, I took 6 there anyway, so that'll get me out of the woods for the time being. I think the rest of them, I think possibly there is an upper limit, but I don't know how much it caps basically after a while.
So we're about to. Yeah.
I can't use these two things together.
Oh,
Worst
So there's the-
game ever.
The
Really
fossil's too
quick.
far gone. Is the point there? But hey, look, turtle.
hey, oh, it's gonna get eaten again. Oh,
Gross. Hey, Brink. Do you think
Oh, where's he go? Where does he go?
Brink? Brink? Where are you?
He's gone.
Brink, answer me.
Okay.
Hear me? Where are you?
interesting.
Hmm.
Maggie, Brink's run off. He wasn't acting very rational when we found a big supply of life crystals. I'm afraid maybe those things are addictive, or they altered his personality or something. A ghost tried to warn us, but Brink was feeling too cocky to listen to good advice.
So, as is tradition with any sci-fi movie that has this type of plot, one of the crew members now goes crazy, and now the
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
everyone else is now cagey about them. I've literally watched like 3 different sci-fi movies where this has happened.
Thanks, Maggie.
I was gonna say just because it happened in Alien
Getting to take this
and
personally.
Aliens and
He's
and
my deodorant.
Like, who's to say it was going to happen again in this plot?
I remember watching a movie that was very similar to this called Sphere. I think it starred Dustin Hoffman, and it was a kind of a similar thing. They're doing like a deep sea dive, and they found this kind of alien, basically like literally sphere, that basically once one person went into it, they felt like euphoric and answers to life in the universe and stuff, all the stuff, and then they would all suddenly start turning homicidal. So, and Dustin Hoffman is the only person that didn't go through the sphere because he was too cautious and too cagey, and ended up being the one to survive.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, do you know what? As standard sci-fi horror movies go, it was fine, just fine. Like,
I don't know. There's not a whole lot of films where anxiety is the hero.
yeah, like I said, it is literally a cautionary tale. Now, Burkwell, this is the puzzle that you're. So, what's happened here is we've just got the carcass of the of that turtle creature back on shore here.
Yeah.
So, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to recreate the fossil.
That is on the big one.
Yes, on the that's stranded from up the top there. So, this is the exact same animal that as the fossil. We know that from the skull and all the other sections, basically. So what we're trying to do is use the fossil as a guide to rebuild the animal and resurrect it.
Yeah.
And that's essentially the puzzle here. Now, there is also a reason why we're doing this, to a certain degree, because Boston did say basically the water is safe, or rather the water is not going to be safe until that Eloperidon is dealt with.
Yeah.
So that's also part of this strategy here as well. So it's like, I think we had a similar puzzle to this in maybe Grim Fandango, I think. Essentially, if you put the piece in the right place, in the exact right place, it'll click into position, and essentially will look sensible. I think, again, it's some games are consistent with this and some of them aren't, where they either are meant to like overlap with all the other pieces, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
So it kind of really depends on the game sometimes and its own kind of way of doing things. Like certain games I've played will, if it is definitely in the right place, it'll all come together as one piece. Whereas in this game, it doesn't give you that luxury. It just, you have to kind of go by eye and go, yeah, that sounds about right. That this is the right place and so the right position and so forth. Yeah. So yeah, trying to rebuild an alien skeleton from a guide. I was thinking, yeah, that this is the puzzle Burpa would have loved.
Yeah,
she's making out the images, so she's like pointing out like things on the screen at the minute from us over here.
Yeah.
So I've been told, oh, it has to look like this and this and this. So I'm already getting those pointed out.
You already get the rundown. Yeah. So, like I said, the real tricky part is actually trying to do it by memory, because, as I said, you're not beside the skeleton at all. You know, it is you are just basically trying to memorize it with having a certain break in between. So in that way, it's a really, really fucking good puzzle, because it is relying on your actual, like, on your short-term memory. And I'm not gonna lie here, my short-term memory is fucking terrible. So, so I'm the worst person to do a puzzle like this, to be honest.
Move the thing! Move the other thing!
And that's why we're like...
Yeah. So the jigsaw.
Yeah.
Like, I have tried to get Burkbot to play Heart Gold and Soul Silver purely because I want to do the Runes of Alph.
Oh, yeah, in fairness, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yep.
Then for the next trick then is to do Gen 3 and do all the Reggie puzzles.
That's far too complicated for her. She's just a girl.
Yeah, famously, girls can't read Braille.
I have said that, making sure that I'm out of her swing range.
It's a good thing this puzzle is so intricate, or you'd be in serious trouble right now, James.
Well, I'm in danger.
Oh, that looks a bit better.
Yeah, it's come together a little bit.
It's coming home.
Wrong answer.
Absolutely looking disgusted from over there.
Really pushing your luck today.
Yeah.
So you can see like how like there's like the game I think does have some really genuinely like well designed puzzles in this.
Yeah.
And as I said, like if you know the solution to everything in the game, say if you played it multiple times, you could probably get the whole thing done in about 2.5 hours. But between all the bits and pieces and trying to say find all the content we have, it does make for a shorter game. But if you know what to do and where to go, it's very quick. It's a very fast game.
Yeah, but even this one, like, it seems like it's a finicky one, regardless.
It is finicky. It is definitely finicky. But at the same time, like, there'll be other games where they do something like this, and it won't be nowhere near as again. If we're talking about finicky puzzles like this, Ripper.
Oh yeah.
So like that'll be an example for me of a game that tried to do something like that and got it wrong.
Yeah.
But again, it's not because it got it wrong. It's just that the game engine they had wasn't capable of doing fine movement like that, And they try to do like.
But also the puzzles are shit. Like if your game engine
yeah.
doesn't allow you to do that, don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's alive.
No, it's not.
Fine.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn. My knowledge of alien anatomy is weak.
So that's what happens when you get it wrong, and you don't get the skeleton right.
Okay.
So
that was just you purposely getting it wrong to show the audience what would happen.
Let's go with that. Yeah, that sounds like something I do. No, in fairness, that was an honest attempt there, and that's me after a couple of more goals getting it right. And as you can see, like as you can see from the layout of the skeleton, the thing that was letting me down the most was that the actual spine part, I didn't have them actually all facing the right way. And I think I didn't have the tailbone right the first time around either. Because the big part was facing towards the tail, whereas the big part should be still like the actual coccyx of the structure of the spine.
Yeah.
So, like I said, most of it should actually kind of like seamlessly lead into each other.
There we go. Oh, what's it? Already.
Okay.
Damn, that creature has absolutely no sense of preservation.